Hello everyone and welcome into today's video where we are checking out Chainlink because there has been quite a big update for Chainlink which is called Chainlink 2.0. We will also go over some other important news regarding Chainlink, and lastly we will also check out the price charts as always to have a better idea about the financials as well as the fundamentals. So without further ado, an early like is very appreciated on the video, so thank you for doing so and let's go. So before we jump into the Chainlink 2.0 details, I would actually start from the end, which is the Cardano integration of Chainlink oracles, which happened a couple of weeks ago, and they are mainly targeting Chainlink usage for smart contracts, which is very interesting because as we know Cardano transitioned in September with a hard fork towards smart contracts era with their Alonso upgrade. So they are now supporting smart contracts and they have been looking for some Oracle support for those smart contracts, and they've chosen Chainlink. So as the preferred Oracle solution for Cardano, the developers will be able to feed Chainlink's institutional grade data into their smart contract. So that's very cool. However, how was this possible? How could this partnership make sense and work out? Well, in the past couple of weeks and pretty much months now, I've been able to connect some dots about Chainlink, which enabled this partnership with Cardano, specifically with the smart contracts. And just about a week before this announcement, Chainlink released this article about blockchain agnostic design, which is very key to this problem, because if you are using some layer 2 solutions, which basically means easier use of smart contracts, etc., and other optimizations, there are some risks for doing Oracle support as Chainlink previously has been doing before smart contracts, and it is outlined on this figure over here. So you have the external sources of information from the outside world, outside blockchain, and then you have the Oracle network, which in this case is Chainlink. So they will process those data and transfer it to the primary blockchain, and then they have to relay all those information, the same information, to finally those secondary blockchains, so the layer 2 solutions where there can be used for smart contracts, etc. However, this has quite a few disadvantages and risks. First of them, which is probably the most important, is that the layer 2 solutions would be limited by the speed and throughput of the primary blockchain, so it kind of undermines the whole purpose of layer 2 solutions. Secondly, those relays, as we could see here from the primary blockchain, they increase latency, so as well it's not ideal. Thirdly, the relay model as well requires a set of highly available and incentivized third-party relays. However, more often than not, it takes the form of a single centralized relayer, which if it goes down, it leaves many users without the data they require, so quite bad as well. And lastly, this bridging Oracle data from one blockchain to another introduces an array of quite big dependencies, because users must trust that both the blockchain the Oracle nodes deliver data directly to, and also the relayer mechanisms used are both operating as designed without any issues. So this could be a single point of failure. So if something goes wrong here at the first step, all these secondary blockchains are compromised, so quite bad. However, they have this Chainlink's approach to those native blockchain agnosticism, where they have been able to work out much better solution, which is without a centralized primary blockchain relaying, and they basically have Chainlink Oracle networks for every single layer 2 solution which they want to serve. So each this layer 2 solution can get data straight directly from the external source without any relaying. So now, thanks to Chainlink, it can operate at the native speeds of the layer 2 solutions, which also means the lower costs of those layer 2 solutions for transferring, etc. And by the way, for that they have introduced this cross-chain interoperability protocol, CCIP for short, which has its own article here, but we won't go into that in this video. It's pretty long and detailed. So just so you know, know how is this new Chainlink approach working now, and this very support for basically now any network, which they announced recently with Cardano, as we could see here. Those foundations were laid down with this Chainlink 2.0 update, which had adoption for hybrid smart contracts. And here we have a bit of a table for the smart contract support, which can take all those external data and also data from those decentralized services and bring them on-chain via this encryption to all those smart contract ecosystems which you can use now. And as we could have seen in the previous article, the idea of those many decentralized Oracle networks, which are DONs for sure, opposed to one single Oracle network, was established here in the Chainlink 2.0 white paper. So now on this final figure here, we can see that all those highly validated data or off-chain computations are now run through all those DONs on the Chainlink network, and then there can be fed into all kinds of different smart contracts from DeFi, gaming, insurance, wrapped assets, and many more future new smart contracts, all the way to those other blockchains, as we can see Ethereum, from Ethereum, Bitcoin, Binance, Solana, Polkadot, etc., which then they can use and can trust those data that they are secure and accurate. And with this, they've also increased the security of Chainlink, which is depicted on this figure over here, and it is called super linear staking in Chainlink 2.0. So that's a very advanced version of staking, where for the attacker on this network, they have to have resources greater, and in this case for Chainlink, they have to have quadratically greater resources than the combined security deposits of all DON nodes in order to succeed. So if you combine all the deposits of all the Oracle networks, that's this line over here, which is linear, because with the higher number of those Oracle nodes, they will have higher deposits in a linear fashion. However, thanks to this super linear staking, the attacker has to have quadratically greater resources, which is outlined with this darker line over here. So basically, the more Oracle nodes you have, the more impossible it's getting for the attacker to make a successful attack. So this is it from the news regarding Chainlink, and now let's jump into the price charts, where we can see some new developments over here. We can see that the price is at the moment around $26 over here, which is similar, for example, to February 2021. So we could say that the price didn't go pretty much anywhere, but we had a lot of volatility in between, as we can see over here. And taking a look from afar, we can see that there was this very well-defined price channel going all the way from 2018 pretty much until the April or May 2021, when there has been those huge sell-offs in crypto. So there was this pretty well-defined price channel. However, now the price has got out of this price channel and entered this parallel price channel, which I think is quite well-defined now. We had a bit of a support over here and also over here, so pretty much 3 times in the past year and a half. And now we can also see this lower support over here. There has been this brief tag in July 2021 and also now in September. So we could assume that the price could continue alongside this price channel upwards. However, we have also those 2 horizontal lines over here, which are pretty well defined as well. So for example, this one acted as a resistance at the beginning of 2021 and also lately in August as well. So there was this brief breakout, but it was a false breakout, and the price has come down quite significantly since then, and it came towards this lower support, this horizontal support line, which is also pretty well defined. We can see last year's August over here, nice tag as a resistance, and then also we had a brief tags along the way as a support, and lately here where those 2 trend lines met, there was a lot of support here as well. So quite an objectively an interesting place to start a position in Chainlink. So for the next month or so, there is this window of opportunity over here. The price can still continue to climb a little bit higher, getting towards this a bit of a wedge over here. However, all in all, I think if the price remains above this support over here, we can expect some nice returns from Chainlink because it would adhere to this price channel. However, if we continue climbing higher, we will soon get towards this resistance, which seems to be quite a strong one because of this previous false breakout over here and a multiple text along the way. So there also could be some sideways consolidation in the next couple of weeks. But we can also check out the Chainlink to Bitcoin ratio, which is important as well. We can see that from the all-time highs in the last year's August 2020, we can see that this ratio has been coming down with a solid retest of the support. Then there was a bit of a sideways consolidation, a brief top at the May 2021, but then the price still kept on coming downwards. We can see that now we are right below this first support line over here. However, there is still this lower support line over here, which we can see previously was quite significant as well, here at the beginning of 2021 and also previously here at the beginning of 2020. And there's this final line of support over here, a third one, which acted as a last bit of support at the beginning of 2021 over here, just after the huge bull run in Bitcoin where Chainlink probably wasn't able to catch up that much. And previously it acted as a strong resistance in 2019 over here and also over here towards the end of 2019. So this ratio should be quite well supported, so this could mean some nice gains for Chainlink in the near future. However, we have to snap back above this support over here, which would be quite a bullish move, and it happened quite a few times in the past as well. And this is it from today's video. I hope you enjoyed this one. If so, make sure to smash the like button to help this channel out in the YouTube algorithm, and you can also subscribe for more future crypto content to come on this channel. And with this, I thank you for watching and I will see you in the next one. Cheers!